the balance of power swinging away from Old Trafford. Arsenal can take the title home tonight to Highbury, where the FA Cup is already in place. In 10 years of the Premiership, there has never been a head-to-head like this. With the greatest respect to Liverpool, who can still finish second, this truly is a summit meeting tonight. This season, it needs perhaps an experienced touch. He can certainly provide that. And here's Philip Neville. Solskjaer up front with Forlan.
Well, it's often criticised this ground, isn't it, Martin? Majestic as it is, for its lack of loud enough. I think everyone in the ground. I do know FA Cups are nice, League Championships are better.
And another one, and remember, no club has ever won 4 in a row. It's still a possibility for Manchester United and Sir Alex Ferguson. Laurent Blanc, who was a doubt yesterday, but passed himself fit this morning, and just as well for Manchester United, given the way it's gone in terms of injuries over the last 2 or 3 weeks. And especially this week, season of a distinguished career, but he's only ever won 1 champion. Chance for Kanu to play from the start. Ray Parlour back on the right, and Wiltshire!
What a chance, and what a block. And he's having the right whack at Phil Neville. He feels that Neville should have been seeing this, should have watched it. Look how far away Neville is. Now he's got to go. He's the man who's facing the play up. He does it. And my goodness, what a big block that is early in the game from the Frenchman.
Wiltor's next job is to take the corner. Kanu trying to make a nuisance of himself by the near post. It'll come out to Ray Parlour here. Forlan anticipating the running of Giggs. Nice link up there. Giggs already straying from the left, mixing it up for Manchester United, as he loves to do.
And the skipper in a hurry there. Roy Keane raced to the touchline, ball in hand. Phil Neville wanted to take it. No, let's get on with it, he's saying.
Sylvestre. Parlour did his job. Chance for Patrick Viera to stretch those long legs, captaining Arsenal again tonight. Wiltor can't hold it up though. Playing up front in place of Henry. Little push on Keane. He's annoyed with Sylvestre. He's carrying the criticism of his teammates into the...
Talk about the matchup with Keane and Viera. I think genuinely 2 of the best midfield players in the world. I think world class is bandied about a little too liberally at times, but these two can certainly be against each other often, you know, I mean head to head. And tonight's the same. You see Viera down Edu's side, and that's why I worried about Edu, Martin. That's the link up you're going to see there. Now, will Edu be able to cope with Keane if he makes forward runs?
A little bit of manoeuvring. 8 of the Manchester United starting 11 have championship medals, plenty of them too. 7 of the Arsenal 11 haven't. Certainly starting wide on the right hand side. He's given the ball away to Ljungberg. Kanu's a long way out. Expectation.
It's worth it. You never know, do you? It's a one way to quiet the crowd, isn't it? Imagine.
And of course that's been one feature of their season. They've scored in every Premiership game. They're unbeaten away from home. Late 19th century, Preston North End have gone through a campaign unbeaten away from home. Sorts of other issues, records that could be broken, but Arsenal will be thinking, well, let's talk about that when we've got our hands on the Premiership trophy. Can happen here tonight. Remember, a draw is enough, but Manchester United don't draw many games. They've only drawn 1 here in the Premiership this season. That was against Leeds. It's a curl on the ball from Scholes. It's eventually taken it to Roy Keane. Sylvestre gets the cross in early, maybe not quite where it was intended to go, but Forlan made something of it, and Scholes corner.
Lovely strike from Scholes. That should be another one.
They certainly were caught out.
This
cheerleader, rouser of the Reds. For Scholes, long way out again, feints to shoot this time. Passes the responsibility to Giggs, he in turn to Keane, but not quite accurately enough. Giggs. Wes Brown was up from that.
United to start quickly, so they wouldn't be unprepared for this kind of start. Arsenal ready for it.
Seaman didn't
brush past him, the elbow up into the side of the face. That's what Paul Durkin saw, and this is a Viera incident. As Brown goes in, up go the arms. I tell you what, that's worth a shout. That is seriously worth a shout.
Well, they got a shout, but nothing more than that for Manchester United. Now Brown, one of those who'll be wondering about the England World Cup squad to be announced tomorrow afternoon. We understand Sven-Göran Eriksson has gone to Anfield tonight, Liverpool against Blackburn. Possibly a late chance for Matt Jansen to impress. Certainly plenty of England-Liverpool players as well.
I talked about Viera wandering, Martin. He's outside left at the moment.
Neville. That's up awkwardly for Campbell. Now sorting out for Viera. Ashley Cole, who had a harrowing time here in the first half in this fixture last season. You remember Arsenal were 5-1 down at half-time. They lost 6-1.
Yeah, but this is an Arsenal side that have had conceded one goal in the Premiership in the last 6, and that a debatable penalty against Tottenham at Highbury, so they've been pretty watertight at the back, Martin. They take some breaking down, Arsenal.
Keane is everywhere at the moment. Block. Goes across via Brown. Solskjaer wanted played to his feet. It's been a fast start from Manchester United.
Yeah, I mean, I think we pretty much expected that, but Arsenal would have done as well, and I don't think they'd be too concerned. Game's early, important for Arsenal that they don't concede an early goal and give this noisy crowd even more to shout about. So they'll be prepared to just bed themselves into the game, Arsenal, quite rightly so as well.
Here's Veron back on the right. For that. And goes Viera again. Balked by Keane, who knew he'd committed, too bothered about acknowledging it to Viera.
When he came out to warm up, he wasn't happy with the boots he had on in warm-up, went in, came back out with another set, and obviously he's not happy with them either.
His problem on Saturday was a bruised foot. Giggs. Put in by Lauren.
I think Lauren's improved as the season's gone on tremendously, Martin, but well, a fit Ryan Giggs going at him will be a real test for him.
Here's Wiltor. Turning out of trouble in the end. Ljungberg. Ashley Cole setting off with a sense of adventure. He's furthest forward for Arsenal at the moment. And he started to check back. Wiltor had held back. Parla. Back for Ljungberg.
Got Lauren and Akers on the other side. Oh, Ryan Giggs has just spotted it. Just got to close it down a little.
Still out there. Player has really learnt the job of right back this season. Edu. Wiltor. There's Brown waiting for Barthez, who didn't fail him. Of course, it was Fabian Barthez who was culpable as Manchester United lost at Highbury. Those two late Thierry Henry goals, both really down to the Manchester United goalkeeper. Amazingly, Manchester United haven't lost an away game in the Premiership since then. But they have faltered at home. They've lost 5 of their 8 defeats this season at Old Trafford.
And amazingly, Arsenal's only 3 defeats have come where?
At Highbury, Keane. Now block. Every passing minute of it being level pegging is, of course, a step closer to success for Arsenal in the FA Barclaycard Premiership. And it was a comeback season extraordinarily well, but Sir Alex Ferguson has been talking since way back in the early weeks of spring about the workload on Van Nistelrooy. He hadn't been able to leave him out on a regular basis. Still a surprise that he's not starting tonight.
I think adrenaline might have gotten through alone tonight, you know, such is the magnitude of the game.
Stones after Viera just overcooked it a bit. Silvestre. The driving run from the left back. Stopped by Arsenal's right back, Lauren. Parler on the ball, it's fierce and frenetic. Did you expect anything less?
Oh, they're unlucky, they're unlucky. He apologises, Paul Durkin. I just often think that's the one thing about the FL referees in this league. They just don't give themselves maybe 3, 4, 5 seconds.
It's blown in Arsenal's favour again against Wes Brown. Tends to go for this sort of free kick. It's in towards Viera. It was watched by Keane. They do again. And Manchester United and Arsenal played all the way back to David Seaman. Touch on by Viera, not much reaction around him. Milto made a belatedly time run from the left-hand side. Parler was interested in that once Brown let it run.
Ooh, that's a ball and a half there, right in the traffic. Confident Wes Brown that his skipper could deal with that, the pressure around him.
Hopeful from Silvestre. Confusion between Seaman and Cole. Both hoped it might run behind for a goal kick. It wasn't going to do that. And here comes Veron. And now Keane. And the flag's up. David Seaman down to claim the ball, but the flag was raised.
Yeah, I don't think Forlan was off. I thought if anyone it's Solskjaer. Looking to play a 1-2 here, I think, but there's the ball played. Now look at Forlan. Well onside. And he might have been allowed to go, but Solskjaer also after it, clearly offside. I was just looking at Roy Keane, Martin. He's already saying to Paul Durkin, what about the time? David Seaman, 60 minutes in.
Campbell. And Cole caught by Veron. Forlan. And Edu went in a South American play here on the day of reckoning in England's elite league. Scholes didn't get to it because Kanu saw to that. A little edge to Solskjaer's play. It's not gone unnoticed by Arsenal down the years. He, in football terms, made of steel. Silvestre. Now Brown. Too high for Solskjaer. And too wide of Seaman by Lauren.
Careless.
The goalkeeper has ball this time.
Oh, this is one earlier. That's only a couple of yards out, isn't it? That was a crunching tackle, Sylvester, Lauren.
Hooked on by Parler. Good first touch from Edu. Not so good from Ljungberg. Ball came just behind him, to be fair to the Swede. Philip Neville. Veron in early. Over Forlan, but not as far as Solskjaer. Ljungberg. Can't get out to Arsenal at the moment.
No, but they're defending okay, Martin. I wouldn't say they were hanging on. They are conceding territory, no doubt about that.
Well, there are tackles and there are tackles, and there are flashpoints likely to come when Paul Scholes comes marauding in like that.
It is a tackle from the Paul Scholes book of tackling, isn't it? We've talked about it before. Paul gets booked time and time again for being a little reckless. I don't think there can be any other decision than a yellow card for Paul Scholes here. I'd be amazed. I don't think it'd be any worse than that. I would be just as surprised if it was another colour other than yellow, Martin.
But it's another indication of how fired up Manchester United are. So Alex Ferguson has gone to the fourth official, Jeff Winter, to I don't know, maybe deflect some of the flack that was going towards Scholes. I don't know, but the yellow card has been shown at the Manchester United midfield man.
I don't think you can have any arguments. The noise has just been incessant. I don't think I've ever known anything like this. You and I have been here many, many times watching football matches. You remember it as noisy for as long in a match, 20 minutes in?
Well, not since it became all-seater.
No.
Certainly in the old days, when you were out there plying your trade as an opponent, you were up against some pretty loud Manchester United backing. Edu has survived that challenge by Scholes. He's wrong-footed by Giggs, and in steps Parler for Arsenal. Thinking about working with Wiltord, maybe come a little bit late, but it's still with Arsenal and Edu. Keane, Solskjaer, first-time football from Manchester United, continued on by Veron. In goes Forlan, is that a push on Keane? It is. But my goodness, the movement was right.
Forlan, he spots space, but Martin Keown's quick. Talk about it time and time again. And I think it's a free kick. Watch Forlan, he just eases into him. There you go. Eases him out the flight of the ball. It's a free kick, whatever way you look at it.
Parler losing out to Giggs, but not when it came to the throw. An irony here, Andy, because Sir Alex Ferguson has been talking about Arsenal, Manchester United doing that at the moment. First Scholes, then Philip Neville.
I mean, Scholes was tempted in, but I mean,
up at Newcastle back in September. Their sense of coolness and composure has been excellent, but at the moment, in trying to rattle Arsenal,
Parler, Wiltord had all gone ahead of him. The Nigerian a hole through Arsenal yet. Defended really well, the Gunners so far.
Parler. Lauren. Peak ball was a dangerous game in the midfield minefield.
I think of all of them, he's probably the most unlucky. He doesn't really make contact. It's more a clash of bodies. This will just strengthen Arsenal's resolve. Might sound daft, but you know they've got a good team spirit. They know that. It's what they talk about a lot, and I think things like that than it already was.
I've only seen Arsene Wenger really angry. Giggs sensationally sent United to the final. Edu trying to get it in for Ashley Cole. The contacts for the last 10 minutes or so. And Paul Scholes has got to be very careful here. Viera had played the ball. Good spot by Paul Durkin. The ball had gone.
The time. Arsenal have their cool heads at the moment, Martin. There's no doubt about that.
Edu. Kanu. Night, and he'll hope it's as good as game 390. Turn back Manchester United because
Can't believe it, can he?
Premiership medals. And still with a chance of number 8 to battle with themselves as much with Arsenal. Out comes Barthez. Digs his flick. Forlan's header. Solskjaer had to put the brakes on.
Well, they won't hear the whistle. Going up there.
Obstruction by Lauren and Giggs.
Well, he's been quiet, Ryan Giggs. I think Giggs shows credit to Arsenal that neither of those three threatening front players has really influenced the game at all. And that's because Arsenal have kept it really good. But, you know, it only takes a minute, and Martin keeps coming on, Martin. I don't know whether he's seen anything, whether he wants to take issue with it. He's calling over Paul Durkin. Now this might be a problem.
Have a firebrand in their team tonight. It is Martin Keown. It hasn't diminished with the passing of years. Total wisdom.
I'm not so sure why Keane's there.
And defending at this free kick. Veron! Oh, it skipped through. David Seaman was in the right place for the league leaders.
Oh, well watched goalkeeper, well watched indeed. So important, he watches the flight of the ball.
Veron. Quite the right angle. Parlour on. Scholes gets it back from Veron. So, certainly a chance for Parlour to intervene. Block. Philip Neville's taking an advanced position from right back, but arriving in droves. In fact, there was balls down on the decent distance. Philip Neville. Met by Campbell for Arsenal. And Forlan jumping into his man. That's Blanc. A bit of hesitation. Kanu. Ljungberg's waiting on the edge.